837.
Well, besides gifts, the holidays are all about sweets. So that means a bakery like Baby Cakes Baking Company is super busy this time of year. We're here with Christy Langley, who is the owner and chief cupcake maker at Baby Cakes. So how busy is this time of year for you?
This time of year gets really crazy busy. We definitely look forward to it, and our sales increase like crazy.
So it really starts, I mean, the fall and winter are the big time busy periods for you guys here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So starting with like Halloween and then...
Yeah, Halloween kicks it off, and we just keep going through the end of the year through New Year's Eve parties.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So how many, on average, aside from the special holidays, on average, how many cupcakes do you make a day, let's say?
An average day, probably about 20 dozen.
Okay, and so on a busy day during the holiday season, like today, what would be, a typical amount for one day?
That could double to about, 35 or 40 dozen. Just for our walk-in customers. If we have big corporate orders or big party orders, those could each be 10 or 12 dozen.
Oh, wow. So you might have to make like 60, 70 dozen a day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay. So because you're doing all these special orders, you've got parties and stuff, and you make everything fresh. We should mention that you make everything the day of. So if somebody is having a party at 9 a.m. in their office, what time would you guys have to get here to start baking?
I would probably come in about 3 o'clock in the morning.
You come in at 3 in the morning?
Yes.
Okay. And then you'd be finished by 8:30, and then...
I try to finish about an hour and a half before,
Right.
So I make sure that I have plenty of time to pack them, get them there. For big orders like that, we usually deliver.
And then do you ever have cases where you guys are just baking right through the night?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Oh, really?
We do that a lot.
And do you have any of those events coming up now where you'll be baking all night long?
Gosh, I have a couple of big wedding parties coming up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and weddings and anniversaries and some big celebrations like that. Nothing that I have to bake overnight, but I'm definitely going to be baking all throughout the whole day.
All throughout the whole day. So one of the things that you guys have started to incorporate in your menu, because you've got these great cupcakes, is you also now do cookies, you guys have ice cream, and you guys do candy, and we're going to make some toffee. So how many pounds of toffee do you make a day?
Usually I'll do some batches every few days.
Right.
It'll last a couple of days.
Right.
It keeps it, it'll stay fresh. And I could do about 24 pounds at a time.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
Bag them up, so they're just a nice, easy gift to go, and we refresh them as we need to.
All right, I love toffee. Let's go into the kitchen and make it.
Okay.
So to start the toffee, you've got how much butter and how much sugar?
2 cups of sugar and 1 pound of butter.
Sounds good to me. I already like it. Butter and sugar, butter and
Right.
sugar. And then you're just melting that, or what is the consistency it has to be?
Yeah, I'm just melting it until it gets a nice caramely color. Now, I'm definitely not going to give you my whole recipe.
Okay, right. You can leave out the secrets.
But yeah, so it's a layer of chocolate on the bottom, and we do a dark semi-sweet chocolate. We also do a vanilla white chocolate and dark chocolate marble.
That sounds good.
It is really good. And then we also do one that has salted roasted almonds on it too, so it's more of a classic butter almond toffee.
Yum.
Which is really fantastic. Yeah, this making toffee is when I usually get most of my battle wounds. I just burned my finger on the last batch.
But it's a good workout for your arms.
It is. It is.
Butter and sugar. Better. All right, so this is just melted chocolate now on top of the caramel.
Yes. And this one I'm going to make into a classic almond toffee. So I just have some roasted, lightly salted, chopped almonds sprinkle onto the top.
Yum. And this pan will make how much?
This pan makes about, it works out to about 4 pounds.
Oh, this pan, oh really?
Yeah.
It makes that much, wow.
And then it's done. So then I'm just gonna set it aside for it to cool.
About how long does it take for it to set?
It sets up in about 15 minutes.
Oh, 15 minutes, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
while
pretty
we're
fast.
waiting for this to set, let's take a look at the holiday bus shuttle, and then we'll come back and sample some.
This is the free shuttle bus for the city.